So for right now, we're going to solve this using Pascal's triangle. If we're doing it to the power of 4, one of the things that, I'll write out Pascal's triangle. Okay? One of the things that I always, sort of as a pattern thing, help me see things, is I know that this one here has to do with a plus b squared, because we've done that many times. We notice that when you square something, you end up with 3 terms. When we cube it, we'd end up with 4 terms. We always end up with the amount of terms is 1 more than the exponent. So the fact that we're doing to the power of 4 is going to tell us that when we expand this, we need 5 terms. And in order to have 5 terms in our Pascal's triangle, that's going to be the 5th row there, where we have 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So I'm going to start by writing 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. And whatever my first term is, which is 3b, that's going to be to the power of 4 plus, and that 3b is going to go down by 1 each time until there's none left in the last one. And our second thing, which is negative 1, is going to start with one of them here, 2 of them there, 3 of them there, and finally all 4 of them there. So our first term goes 3b to the 4, then 3b cubed, 3b squared, 3b, and then there'd be none. And our second term, which was negative 1, you start with 0 of them, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. And now it just asks us to simplify. 1 times, well, 3b to the 4 means the 3 is to the power of 4, which is 81 b to the 4. Plus 4 times, I'm going to do this in 2 steps. This is going to be 27b cubed, and negative 1 to the power of 1 will still be negative 1. Plus 6 times 9b squared, and negative 1 squared will be positive 1. Plus 4 times 3b, negative 1 cubed will be negative 1. And negative 1 to the power of 4 will be 1. Minus 4 times 27 will be 108 b cubed plus 54 b squared minus 12b plus 1. Not necessarily. It wouldn't necessarily be a calculator question. There's the biggest numbers you have to multiply here are 4 times 27. That's big. Generally speaking, on an exam, they won't get you to do a complete expansion. What they're going to do is get you to find out a specific one. Could you find out this third term without having to figure out everything? Okay? And there's a formula on your formula sheet as well that's going to help you find that. So you can find these. This is using the expansion and using Pascal's triangle. And I have seen some on the exam. Generally, if they want you to expand the whole thing, they'll do a simple one like x plus y to the 4, which is just going to be the 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. And then the powers just go down by 1, so it's pretty straightforward. But if they're going to get you to do something bigger like this, then they might just ask for a specific term like the third one. Okay? Now there's a formula on your formula sheet, and I'm going to write it down here. It's going to look, it looks like this. tk plus 1. I don't think it's in your textbook, so you'll want to write this down as well, maybe at the top of page 739. tk plus 1 equals n choose k, a to the n minus k, b to the k. There's the formula. Now we're going to talk about what this means, and we're going to use the formula to find that 54b squared. Because one of the things that we noticed in Pascal's triangle, that this was 4 choose 0, this was 4 choose 1, this was 4 choose 2, this was 4 choose 3, this was 4 choose 4. So if we wanted to find the third term, which was this 54b squared, what this formula says is the formula says that if I want to find the third term, t3, can you see that k would have to be 2 because this is term something plus 1, and 2 plus 1 makes term 3. So if I want to find term 3, then the value of k would be 2. The n, this n right here, is always our exponent, and in our case, our exponent was 4. Because this expansion, tk plus 1, is for a plus b to any exponent n. So if I want to find term 3, well, according to the formula, my exponent is 4, so it'd be 4 choose, and k is 2 because it's 1 less than the term number. 4 choose 2. A is the first term in the expansion. What we were expanding, our a was 3b. And it would be to the power of 4 minus 2. And our second term was negative 1, and it would be to the power of 2. What this does, 4 choose 2 is 6. This becomes 3b squared and negative 1 squared. I hope that you can see that this line is exactly what we wrote. Move up a little bit. Right there. When we had the 6 from Pascal's triangle, we had the 3b squared and the negative 1 squared. Then when you multiply this all out, this will be 6 times 9b squared times positive 1, and you get 54b squared, which is what we found term 3 to be as we went all the way through. So if you were asked to find the complete expansion, you could find all the terms by using the formula as well. If you wanted to find term 1, then k would be 0. Yes?
You also think of it as term 0.
Well, with the formula, the way the formula is set up, the first term is term 1. Yes? It's 9b. Yeah. It's not 96. I know that. That looks like a 6. That is a b. B. Questions you can do for this one are 3 and 4.